Okay, so once again, I've added a new column just for the sake of, making this a little bit more manageable here, just time-consuming wise, because I know these videos can get a little long-winded at times, especially for programs you've never done before, but or aren't familiar with. So I made a new column called Cost of Costume. And just for the sake of, having it so that we didn't have only text solutions, we also had number solutions. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to go into create, and I'm going to go into a query. So there we go, query, and I'll pick the heroes column. There we go, and I'll close this out. So we've already done, hero, and, we've already done cost of costume. We already have seen this area before from last week. And we showed how to sort. But the one thing I did not show you was criteria. And, of course, this OR thing as well. So I'm going to show you a couple of different ways how to categorize things. So, for example, right now if I just hit run, because I'm in the design tab, and I hit run, yay, there's everything, right? Now let me hit the view button again. Now I'm back. Now if I hit criteria, and I'll do costume. So I'll do a costume that equals $200. Run. Oh look, Black Widow's costume was $200. We flat out changed the criteria, so that was the only one it showed. And now what happens if there's anything that's, greater than or equal to 200? Now it shows everything that was higher than $200. So, oops. Equal greater than? Is that how it goes? Run? Oh, nope, that was not. So, let's go with anything that was greater than $200. And it's still going to show me that 0, isn't it? No matter what. Let's do less than $200. Now, run. Yeah, it's going to show me that 0 no matter what. But now it shows the Hulk costume and the Sam Jackson costume is, less than $200. I just put in random things. Now, if I were to do something like, okay, so it's now greater than 200, and I see this OR here, or higher than 200, now in theory, run, everything except Black Widow should pop up, because Black Widow was exactly $200. Matter of fact, if I were to add another line here, because this is the OR, you can have ORs keep going down until you reach the end, equal 200. Now, run. Oh, look, Black Widow's back because we had the equal 200. So, simple math stuff there as well. You can even do a situation of blank or, greater than 200, and that should, in theory, work. And, yup, so you can even write lines of code in on the line itself by saying less than 200 or greater than 200. You can do that as well. Same situation, you can do something of, equals, quotation mark, Hulk. Now run, and Hulk is the only one that shows up. Or equals, Black Panther. And now run, and now Hulk and Black Panther show up. So, you can simply type in specific, and you know what? You could even do this. So let's see here. What was Hulk? Hulk was $200. So for $20. So Hulk. So now we'll do this. So if it equals Hulk, and because we're going to equal 300, run. There's nothing. There is nothing here that is both equal to Hulk and equal to 300. So these guys combine themselves to even get criteria even shorter. Now, I'm going to just delete all that criteria now, just to hit run, and we'll see that there it goes. So it's very simple. The same way you wind up doing this with Excel, you hit equals, and then, you do your criteria. So if you want something greater than 200 or greater than 300, or, maybe you want to be equal to basketball or whatnot, you can do that. And for your assignment, you'll wind up doing some, making a few passes at the data, make a few queries. One will be, for a certain dollar amount. One will be for above a certain dollar amount. One will be for only the sports named basketball or only the ones named swimming or whatever. However it winds up going, but you're going to get some student data athletes, and you're going to get some scholarship data, and you're going to combine them, and you're going to do some searches for them. Now, the one other thing that we're going to do here, though, is we're going to make a new field out of nothing. What? How are we going to make a new field out of nothing? Let me show you. So, to make a new field out of nothing, we're going to have to just name it first. So, what's the name of this field? We'll name this, I don't know, banana. And then we're going to put a colon. So, what is banana? Banana is going to be... I don't know, what field are we using? Oh, let's use hero. So, we're going to use... So bracket hero. So now bracket hero. And you know what? We'll show this. So now, oops, show, run. So now, oh look, there's a new thing called banana, and it's completely equal to Hulk, to Black Widow, to Winter Soldier. It's exactly equal to the hero tab. Because I said banana, colon, and then those little square brackets, that's what indicates what field we're using. So now let me try this. Hero plus banana. Let's try that. Run. So now it says Hulk banana, Black Widow banana. You know, Winter Soldier banana, Spider-Man banana, Black Panther banana. I have physically added the word, and I used quotes here. So I added the word banana to hero. Now let's do this again. Now this time, let's name this, you know, I don't know, tax. I mean, they got tax on that suit, right? So the tax is going to be, we're going to make it a flat, even 20 bucks. So this is not how actual taxes work. So you know what? Let's change the name of this. Let's name this extra 20. Extra 20 colon is going to be equal to square bracket, cost of costume, because that's the name of that field that I'm using there, and that's the one that has our numbers, plus 20. So now when I run this, oh look, extra 20. So now that 20 is a 40, that 200 is 220, 5,000 is 5,020, 300 is 320, so on and so forth. So that's how you can add it with math. And you know what? We can even do this to stuff that already happens. So, for example, I'll make a total. Why not? And total can be, you know, extra 20. Once again, using my square brackets. And you know what? I'll even add another field to this. So it'll be extra 20 plus, and what's the other thing that I use there? Okay, so I'll just use a cost of costume. And now you'll see the 20 plus the 40 is 60. 200 plus 220 is 420. 5,000 plus 5,020 is 10,020. So on and so forth. You can add these fields together. You can keep making things that don't actually exist in your initial fields of your stuff. And of course, I can even, if I want to, I can even do something like this and say like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, times this. Instead of doing it, adding those two together, I'll just multiply it by, I don't know, 1.2. Why not? And you know what, we'll change that from tax, it'll be, you know, yeah, we'll make this tax. We'll make this tax now. So we're going to say that extra 20 counts as part of the, I don't know, the shipping and handling or the work that someone made, and it's a steady set fee. So now the tax is going to be that plus, we'll name it total plus tax. And it's now, this extra 20 times 1.2. There we go. So now the total plus tax wound up being 48, 256, 6,024, so on and so forth. We've made ourselves these different fields based on stuff that doesn't exist. and we made it. We had the stuff that existed, and then we just made things that didn't exist before, but we based it off of the previously existing things. And then we wound up making an entirely new thing that was based off of stuff that wasn't even in the original fields to begin with. So if you want to look at it, we've made something out of nothing. We've made it out of thin air. Poof! It's just spontaneously erupted here. And it's just by making these formulas that you can put in the fields. Now, the key things to remember is whatever you're naming it has to go first, and then you have the colon, okay? The colon is indicating, okay, that's where the name ends, and now here's where the equation starts. And you can simply do simple math problems or whatnot, but if you're going to use a field, you have to put the field inside the square brackets, okay? And make sure that the name matches the name you already have, because if you typo it, it's not going to know what you're talking about. So don't do a typo. Make sure you've named it exactly the same thing. Also, once again, make sure you're not trying to do something like, you know, add a short text to a number. It's going to give you some funky results, like trying to add a yes-no to a hyperlink. You know, make sure the field data types are going to be the same. So that's what you're going to wind up having to make sure of as well. But you can keep making more information. So if you were to, you know, maybe you're a restaurant and you have a thing for an auto tip suggestion, or you want to calculate the tax automatically, you can do that like this. And it'll auto-fill it itself in for you. So that's the type of stuff you can do with Access. This is all about the organization of information. That's all it is. It's you have a bunch of stuff, you know, all your stuff right here, and then just going further into the program and organizing it in other ways, and, you know, organizing it in other ways. And if we go back to the other, you know, reports, forms, and all the other fun, neat stuff, it's all about organization of information. And that's essentially how computers are. It's, you go through the C drive, and you go here, and you go here, and you go here, and then boom, you find your item, right? It's all about organizing things so that they're easy to find, or that they make sense. Okay? And that's, you know, that's what Access is. It's an organizational tool. So, with that being said, please take a look at your rubrics and download those things you need to download, because, you know, you now have all the information you need to actually complete the assignment for your student athletes and their athletic scholarships and their sports and all that fun stuff. So, thank you very much, and you have a great day.